Howdy y'all, welcome back to my channel and to another Jade era retro react. Today we've got opinions on foodie beauty and health at every size. It is another Let's Talk video. And I see she's wearing one of the dresses she just got. Unfortunately, it's not the one that I liked, so... Anyway, let's start.
So how is everyone's day going? My day is going...
Oh, also, just a little side note, as I was skipping the intro, it's everyone else is doing it too, because the most replayed part is right after the intro.
really good. This is one of the best days I've had in a hot minute. So I asked you guys to ask me juicy questions this time, so I'm definitely curious what you guys consider juicy. So let's get into it. What actually happened between you and Destiny and Dana? I wish I had some tea. I have repeatedly said this, that our friendship just kind of drifted. We kind of grew apart in a way.
Are y'all still friends? I don't think I could be after all this mess. We weren't really friends to begin with. We were on terms, good terms, but that was about it.
She never wanted to be hanging out with you in the first place.
There's no ill thoughts or bad blood or anything like that, at least not from my end. What will you do?
Interesting little disclaimer.
When your channel eventually stops being put through algorithm, are you making any plans / arrangements for when you can no longer depend on YouTube as your livelihood? So being a YouTuber, I know a lot of other YouTubers feel the same way as what I'm saying because I have talked to several YouTubers about this. It's an insulting question, but it's also we understand in a way. I'm just gonna speak for myself. You can ask that same...
Why is it insulting? It's just literally something that's happening. She was getting less and less views at this time.
Same question to someone working at McDonald's, hey, what if this don't work out? Or a bus driver, hey, what...
McDonald's is never going anywhere. Come on now.
What if this don't work out? Or even a lawyer at a certain law firm, what if that company just goes bankrupt? Or
and all of these jobs are way more stable than YouTube is. So what is her point? She always goes off in these she just thinks that she eats so often. Well, never mind.
The company just ends. You could literally ask this to anyone, but it seems as a YouTuber, I get this question constantly. But when I was a PCA worker or when I did data entry, I worked at a Boys and Girls Club at one point. I never got the question.
And that's literally all the jobs that she's ever had.
Of, so what are you gonna do when this falls through? Every job can fall through. Every career, unfortunately, can fall through. So to the people asking...
Yeah, like I said though, this one is way more unstable.
Me that question, I could also ask you the same question. The job you're currently doing, what's gonna happen if that falls through? Do you have any B plans? I feel for the most part, when people have a job, they kind of put their energy into that job. They don't think about, oh my God, what if this ends? Now I gotta figure out where am I going to put applications to next? Unless they're actively wanting to change careers or jobs or whatever it may be. But in this circumstance, I'm focusing on YouTube. I'm not focusing on 10 years down the line or 5 years down the line.
That's so interesting because I was going to pause and say something, but I wanted to let her finish. But what I was going to say is we know what she's going to do. She's going to start doing mukbangs when the views get too low because I guess she's not thinking about 5 to 10 years down the line when those mukbangs are going to catch up with her. It's about right now.
Question. If Destiny didn't break up with you, would you still be with her? Hell, if Crystal didn't break up with you, would you still be with her? Honestly, no. I'm
pressing X.
Definitely wouldn't be with either of them.
She couldn't handle being apart from me for any extended period of time.
I mean, as I sit here now, obviously I can find characteristics or situations where I know they're not the one for me. And I'm sure I would have discovered that eventually.
It actually had been years that we went without, being intimate.
Where I am in my life right now is just so wonderful that I am beyond grateful for all of the past heartbreaks I've had. It's all those heartbreaks is what led me to the person that I love today. And it's just a really great feeling that I thoroughly am in love with this person, and it's they feel the exact same way towards me.
rolling my eyes so hard. She says this shit every time. It's like her and Emily are two peas in the same pod. They both repeat the exact same bullshit about love.
And I don't know if I've ever truly felt that type of love. Your personality doesn't seem organic. You seem to absorb other people's traits, likes, and hobbies and go hard with it until something new comes into your life. You appear to change with the tide. So not true. And
Did you notice that Amberlynn tends to chameleon herself to be just like the people around her, especially her partners?
I did notice that, and so did everyone around her. That was something that I'd brought up to her multiple times, and so did her friends. When we confronted her, she would say that she didn't realize that she was even doing it, and that it wasn't on purpose. I always thought it was her way of trying to fit in with the people around her. I don't think she has ever truly been confident in herself or in her own interests enough to just be herself around people. Or maybe she knew that who she really wasn't as likable as the people she wanted to befriend, so it was easier to act like them than to be judged or scrutinized for her own personality and behavior. I think it's important to find people who like you for who you are, but I think she didn't feel like that was possible, so she had to be someone else with everyone. If she had just been herself, she could have formed real friendships a long time ago and been actually working on herself and improving all this time.
so not true. And
Why does she make that face? She knows it's true. She knows for a fact that it's true, and other people have talked to her about it on multiple times.
the reason why I know this isn't true is because being friends with Eric, Ricky, and Becky,
They're the people who literally said something to you about this exact thing.
being in a relationship with Becky for almost 5 years, like we're complete opposites. Eric and Ricky's hobbies and likes are completely different from mine. If you knew me in real life or knew the people in my life, they would definitely tell you that I'm not a chameleon.
Just gonna sit here and laugh in your fucking face, yo. This is so funny. I'm so happy I decided to do this. This is so beyond entertaining. So fun. This is better than like any reality show like ever could be. Because you know why? Because those are all scripted.
I stand for my opinions, I stand for my hobbies, my likes, my dislikes, and I wouldn't change that for anybody. I know a lot of people have said like, oh my god, you're changing so much, blah, 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 like who's this new Amberlynn? I just feel like I'm finally able to find myself when I have been so trapped. Like I just literally feel like I've been so trapped. It's almost like I found the key to the cage and I'm letting myself out. The person who I was 8 years ago.
Girl, you pick the cage. You love the cage. Last video, you said that you would not, like, if you were going to go fly somewhere, go, well, what if I change my mind last minute? You don't want to go anywhere. You love the fucking cage.
Isn't going to be the same as I am now. And sometimes like the person who I was even 3 months ago is going to be different because you grow. You change, you experience new things, learn new things. And what I love about life is like you're constantly discovering yourself. Does being alone scare you? If the answer is no, how can you justify your constant relationships? Are you trying to fill a void? No hate, I understand how it feels to be scared to be alone. The constant relationships, I think it's all coincidental. It just always seems like
that just because it's coincidental doesn't make it untrue. But also it's not coincidental.
it works out that way. But I do like to share my life with someone. I would prefer to be in a relationship over being single, but I don't just like get into relationships so I don't have to be alone. Absolutely not.
How did you feel about her confessing that she was still in love with you while she was engaged with Becky? I thought that was crazy because I did not know that.
Do you wax or shave your... Okay, so this is a
Why would she even think about answering this? This is so dumb. Then she sits around and complains that, like, yeah, whatever.
juicy question. Do I answer this? Let's just say I don't have a lot of hair down there. Okay, moving on. If your new girlfriend really is local, then why were you alone the whole Thanksgiving weekend? She was with her family.
No comment. Anyway, sorry, what was that? I was just like slightly traumatized from the answer to that question. Something about Thanksgiving.
If your new girlfriend really is local, then why were you alone the whole Thanksgiving weekend? She was with her family.
Ooh.
family for the weekend, and I was invited, which, oh my god, that made me feel really good, honestly. But due to my size, I personally just did not think that I wanted to travel that far. So I'm hoping like next year.
What do you mean travel that far? But they're local, right?
Really good, honestly. But her family for the weekend, friend really is local, then why were you?
Yeah.
Let's just say I don't have a lot of hair down there, okay? Moving on.
Ugh.
If your new girlfriend really is local, then why were you alone the whole Thanksgiving weekend? She was with.
Yeah, she's local. Also, I just got hit with the mental image twice anyway. But yeah, she's local. So she didn't want to travel that far? What does that mean? And if it is really that far, then how is your girlfriend there all the time? No, she's moved in. Come on.
Her family for the weekend, and I was invited, which, oh my god, that made me feel really good, honestly.
She was not invited either. Shut up, you were invited.
But due to my size, I personally just did not think that I wanted to travel that far. So I'm hoping like next year I can actually do it. Do you think?
What? Is she stupid? Like, is she really this stupid? How does she think that's like, you're just showing your ass? My god, she's so dumb. So she's obviously not fucking local then. Okay, it's so dumb.
I think the removal of YouTube dislikes showing on videos will affect your channel positively, negatively, or not at all. I think it's going to be a bittersweet moment. I know there are a lot of people who like to click on my video just to dislike it, which is like such a power trip. It's like almost creepy. So it's going to.
How is that a power trip? Do you think that they have power over you? What does she think? What is like, she's clearly got some strange dynamic in her head about the viewers. That's an interesting statement. Might have to sit on this for a while.
Be nice, like these power trips are gonna like happen less, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Then it's also bittersweet because YouTubers honestly like the thumbs up and the dislike because it adds engagement. Can you give
it still shows thumbs up.
Give us an update on your relationship with your mom and brother. I always love hearing about this. My relationship with my mom has never been better. I literally consider her my best friend. Like, she is the only person that I have ever in my life have like looked up to as a role model. And this only recently happened within the
What about Trisha Paytas then, huh?
last couple years. Like, just the woman that she is now versus when I was a child is astonishing. Like, I almost wish she would write a book. Like, honestly, it's just like her story and her word could be so powerful to so many people out there who have struggled with drug addiction. Like, the woman she is now, without a doubt, 95% of you would look up to her and her story. As for my brother, I actually have, okay, this is confusing sometimes for some people. So I have 3 little brothers. One of them was in my life my whole life. 2 of them were in closed adoption. But one of the 2 that are in closed adoption found us this year or last year. So I also have a relationship with him. So out of my 3 brothers, I talk to 2 of them. And every day I feel like my relationship with them is growing. Like, literally just today, all 3 of us, me and my 2 brothers, we were on video chat together, which was honestly amazing. Like, I love how we find similarities with one another. We like all live these like separate different lives and we share that. And we do a lot of laughing and joking. And honestly, like, I would die if I ever got to see both of them in person at the exact same time. I would literally die.
She never talks about them now. And I don't think that's happened. Otherwise, I feel like she would say it. I wonder if they still talk at all. I don't think she talks to the one brother, right? Not the one she just brought up who like made contact with them or something, but the other one. I don't think she talks to him now at all, right? I mean, I guess we'll find out. So, we'll find out together.
What did
Hold up. Okay, sorry, just thumbnail potential.
I just read?
But that was even better. Damn it.
Someone said, if you were a man and hired to be a caregiver and then dated them, would you be out of prison by now? What? What do you look for romantically when you're in a relationship?
Yeah, what the hell?
If you were a man and hired to be a caregiver and then dated them, would you be out of prison by now?
Oh. Oh, interesting question, honestly. But of course she just goes, "What?" And then just pretends like she doesn't understand. I hate it when she does that. She really thinks that she's doing something with that.
What? What do you look for romantically when you're in a relationship? What love language do you respond most to? Affection and words, without a doubt. Like, I want lots of affection and I don't want it to be like forced.
And one thing that took up a lot of time was this game that she would force me to play called Choosy. And sometimes, because there was so many, like with stickers and earrings, it would take hours and sometimes even days to completely get down to just one. And another thing that would take up a lot of time is she would set a timer for 45 minutes to an hour usually. And she would have me sit behind her and pretend to pick lint off of her back because she liked the way it felt and sounded because of ASMR. And she would have me do this for so long that my arms and stuff would hurt. And whenever I would want to stop, she would sigh and just be like, well, I'm going to pause the timer. So she would pause the timer for my little break. And then I'd have to immediately go back to it. And she would unpause the timer again. Sometimes I would catch her not unpausing the timer because she would want me to do it for longer.
Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic.
Have that chemistry. Like, I love when someone doesn't want to keep their hands off of me. I'm just like being honest. Because 9 times out of 10, if you don't want to keep your hands off of me, I also don't want to keep my hands off of you. So,
Do you blame me because she, had hygiene issues and was bleeding for a really long time? And it's like you can't really, the intimacy's just kind of gone completely also when you start taking care of somebody. So,
and I love to just constantly be told that I'm loved. Like, I love you, or you look beautiful, or just like.
Then why would she stay in a relationship with Beck for years if she was not getting these things like she says, and if they weren't being physical? Could it be that it was because Beck was being made to do every little thing for her and that's what she values more? I don't know, honestly. I feel like she values them the same.
Like, I can't wait to marry you.
Like, ideally she would want both, right? She wants someone to like be super loving and doting on her and do everything for her, but she'll really take one or the other also.
Like, I'm just very, like, I'm cheesy. I really am. So give me all the cheese. Who's your favorite Amberlynn Reed reactor and who's your least favorite? Least favorite, super easy, Charlie Gold. And if I have to explain why, then I just ain't got the time. I ain't got the time. And my favorite,
I honestly am not very familiar with her content.
used to be Alex Shook. And
Not very familiar with his content either.
tell him one of his recent videos, he said that he hates that he was associated with me in one of my recent Let's Talk videos. So you know what? I just won't talk about him anymore. Like, he genuinely hurt my feelings. Like,
Are you shocked? Are you shocked? I mean, she hasn't done it at this point, but at this point, she's murked one cat. So
he associates his channel with me, like his whole channel.
oh, and like lied about SA.
Rain and Petals eavesdrop. I used the wrong word. Rain and Petals eavesdrop. I used the wrong word.
And also abused every partner she's ever had. And she's, on top of that, on top of murking the one cat, she's just a neglectful pet owner. What is to like about you, Amber? And then your personality's fake on top of it. What is to like?
Is of me. And then I say one thing about him and he just didn't like it. And I was just like, there's nothing I can do about it. I don't know. It just made me sad because I genuinely liked him. But I'm still gonna consider him my favorite because he's like the most peaceful to watch. Do you think you show the most authentic version of yourself online? The whole Christmas tree thing in your last vlog was what prompted it. That felt disingenuous and kind of pre-planned. You know what's really funny about that is I thought literally the same thing because I have never filmed myself going to get my Uber Eats order, and then the one time I do, there's a big ass Christmas tree outside my door. Like, while I was editing it, I was like,
I mean, like, it could have been pre-planned. I don't know. I don't care. It's a stupid, petty little detail, I suppose. I mean, like, she probably saw it and then just thought, oh, I'll just throw it into the vlog. Because she literally has nothing else, guys. She has nothing else.
Oh my god, people are gonna think this is so fake, but I promise you that was just like perfect timing. But to answer your question, no, I'm actually not my most authentic true self on camera. I think that tends to be kind of hard because I am just like sitting here literally talking to a device. It's like I know there are thousands of people watching me, but it's
Yeah, we all know that's not the reason. She's her truest self in live stream era.
just, it's not the same compared to like if you get to know me as like a person and not just as a YouTuber.
Oh god, her heater like finally shut off. I didn't realize like how much like background noise it was until now. And god damn it, that picture is even better. Give me 1 second. Okay.
What pushed you to finally take your weight gain / loss seriously? Why now and not after the whole cancer ordeal? Whether you're a food addict, drug addict,
Really good question.
alcoholic, you only will change when you actually want to change.
It feels like she was like picking like way better questions back then. Like still like just as many dumb ones, but like just way better ones. God, this freeze frame is also so good. I don't think I've ever struggled like this much to pick one photo for the thumbnail. Kind of messed up the recording. I'm gonna start from here.
Food addict, drug addict, alcoholic, you only will change when you actually want to change. Honestly, me getting diagnosed with cancer, like I was losing weight around that time, as you guys know. So I thought I was doing the thing. I was like, oh my God, I'm losing weight. I'm like bettering myself, especially for surgery because I had to get the full hysterectomy.
And did anything genuinely change after the cancer in terms of attitude or trying to get better, even if just temporarily? Good question.
Nothing changed after her diagnosis.
So I thought I was doing the damn thing. But then after I had the hysterectomy, I gained almost like, what was it? 90 pounds. I'm probably off a little bit. That's when
Jesus. Jesus. I mean, we heard Beck say that she didn't change after her diagnosis. And didn't she gain weight before the surgery? Like, it's going to be impossible to find that clip, I feel like, but yeah.
when I realized, was I only losing weight because I had cancer? Like, I truly don't know.
That's insane. Like, okay, so imagine, so she just said, like, she thought she was doing the thing up until she had the hysterectomy and then after gained 90 pounds. So it took, like, something horrific, like cancer. Like, she couldn't even out-eat the cancer. That's craziness.
If that's the answer, but I think that the cancer thing put me in a weird headspace and, you know, I got really depressed. Like, you guys saw this. It was like I just kept getting more depressed, more closed off. And in return, I just ate my feelings. But it's like now that I'm
So which was it? Were you trying and doing the thing you thought, or were you eating your feelings?
in a relationship where I'm supported in a way that I never have been before, and I'm like
God, shut the hell up. Shut up.
actually thoroughly happy. Like, this is what happiness feels like. It's like I have no reason to turn to food like I used to. Don't get me wrong, I have my
That is so crazy of her to say. Insane. The only reason she's not doing it is because she has to lose weight to keep this new partner around.
cheat days and my weak moments, but it's like there's a future. There's a freaking future out there. I'm so tired of being trapped in this damn body, y'all. Like, I am over it, like literally over it. Like, I'm gonna use a little bit of a metaphor here. Before I started taking this weight loss
Her saying this and then dating a feeder.
seriously, and before like I realized, wow, this is what happiness feels like, I kind of felt like I was in a field of grass that was like 3 times the height that I was, with just fog, like thick ass fog for miles. Like it's just grass and fog for miles, and I'm just standing in the middle of it. And that's all I knew. No matter where I moved, no matter what I looked at, it was just grass and fog. Like I couldn't see past that. And
Maybe it's because you literally never left your room. You never saw the outside of those same 4 walls. Just maybe that could contribute to it.
in the last few months, even if it was a person that made me realize that my life is worth it, my life is worth to be fixed, and that's for the lack of a better word. It's like the fog slowly started leaving. The grass slowly started getting shorter, and I was able to see over the grass, step over it. I didn't have to worry about the fog anymore. Now I could see a city, I could see sunsets. Like the fog got lifted, and I see more than what I've ever seen before, and I'm just tired of being trapped in a body of someone I'm not, when there's so much I want to do in the future. And the biggest
Sorry, like I just like I don't want to like I really just don't understand what she means by this whole metaphor, because it wasn't like, is it really just being in love? I don't think it's about like finding like a future for like weight loss or anything like that. I really don't. I think it's purely just being in love, because she would go on about like the same sappy kind of crap when she met Tommy, except in that one there is no weight loss goal. And it's just like, I don't know. Like, I really don't get what she's trying to like convey, especially when all of that was just her own choice, her own doing.
thing for me is like, I don't want to die young. This is really
How many times have we heard this? Like, just saying. And then, like, what does it mean? What does all of this mean after she just starts dating a feeder? Does it, all this mean, like, her life really wasn't worth it like she thought? Even, but she still feels okay because she's, like, in love or something? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's another reason why I'm doing this. I'm supposing that I'll get a much clearer picture of why by doing this.
really sad, but like, I've never wanted to live this much in my whole life.
Right. So what does that mean then after you start dating Emily in the future? Emily slash Tommy.
Moving on. How many calories was your biggest binge? I don't know. I've only counted calories a couple times in my life during a binge. It was never during like my worst one, but I want to say easily maybe like 4,000. Do you really not see how toxic and mentally unstable Shantel is?
I feel like we could put together 2 and 2 from past videos and find a day where it was way more than that. Just saying.
Not think Shantel is toxic and
I mean, she used to say she would get like 2 entrees from, what is it? Cheesecake Factory. And like sometimes one entree is like 1,700 calories, and you know she's getting an appetizer too and like a drink. I mean, that's just one meal, one sitting for that day. It's way more than 4K. Way more.
any sort of way. Like, I thoroughly do not get that vibe from her. We talk outside of YouTube, and I
Wait, what? Who? Sorry. Yapping.
easily maybe like 4,000. Do you really not see how toxic and mentally unstable Shantel is? I do not think Shantel is toxic and
Come on now. She's gotta be trolling. This is a troll. I mean, but she doesn't see it in herself either, so I don't know.
Any sort of way. Like, I thoroughly do not get that vibe from her. We talk outside of YouTube, and I still have never got that vibe from her. She's always been super sweet to me, and I do watch her live streams. I don't
So I guess they must have fought after this. All right. So looking forward to that too, I guess.
watch all of them. I wish I did. And she comes off as a very funny and cute person. I can't be the judge if someone's mentally unstable. Shantel has been very honest lately about her mental health and where she's at with her mental health. And I just hate that people like call her mentally unstable, and people forget that Chantel's like a person. This isn't a character online. This is a literal person confiding in her audience, and I just don't think it's okay that we call her mentally unstable. That's not.
Just be like mentally unstable doesn't need to be like an insult or like something to be like shameful about, but it does mean that you should do something about it that isn't, complain to your audience online, maybe go to therapy.
Not up to us to say that. Chantel is clearly going through a hard time, and I think more than anything, she needs positivity and she needs people there that supports her and loves her. I just don't think the negativity is going to help. I thoroughly think that Chantel's a really good person, and I like her a lot. Why do you
BBJ's claws were grown into the pads of her feet. Don't need to say anything else.
still have the green roses that wifey gave you? Why would I get rid of infinity roses? Something that I have wanted for so long. I can't think of a single reason why I'd get rid of them. Like, I still have things that Becky got me. Just because we broke up doesn't mean that I'm just gonna throw it away. Do you agree that having basically unlimited money has
I don't know what is being referenced with the roses.
allowed you to end up in the shape that you are? Most people can't afford restaurants and food delivery 3+ times a day. If you hadn't made it on YouTube, do you think you'd be healthier? So there's two questions going on here, and I want to say yes to the first one. 100%, I feel like having the money that I have had has made it so much easier to order takeout every single day and pretty much get whatever food I wanted, which in return made me gain weight. But do I think that I would be healthier if I never started YouTube? I honestly have no idea.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the answer is no. She would just be forced to do all of her shopping at the grocery store. And I have heard a lot of like stories about how people would just go into credit card debt to get the food. So, and like I've said before, I honestly kind of think she's in credit card debt now. So I fully believe that she would still be just a big menace.
I reached 420 pounds at the age of 16, and I
Exactly.
had no idea what YouTube was then. So YouTube definitely is not what made me fat. I've literally always been fat. Someone literally just told me to sit on the toilet and show y'all that I know how to wipe my butt. Y'all, what? Like, what? Okay.
How is she gonna act dumb? Like, I just genuinely don't understand her trying to act dumb about these things that we know for a fact. Like, it's so, and then she sits and complains that everyone doesn't want to believe her at face value and thinks she's a liar. She really needs to like sit down and explain like thoroughly why she thinks that people should believe her. And not just saying, oh, because, I made one video about lies I told 8 years ago and it's haunted me. No, you lie now with proof, video proof.
Have you forgiven your mother for the childhood she put you through? Yes, I have. And
Then why do you like put her through humiliation rituals all the time?
we've cried about it. She's apologized to me. Like, we've talked about it. It has just been a very healthy mother-daughter.
And then the other part is she really doesn't seem to understand how bad a lot of it was. And if she did, maybe she would still be angry about it right now.
Relationship in the last I want to say year and a half. It's so crazy that cancer, my cancer diagnosis, brought us together. It's almost bittersweet, to be honest. Since you're in the 400s, are you going to get the piercing you said you wanted? Are you still going to get tattoos? Answer is abso-fucking-lutely I am. Opinions on health at every size movement. Honestly, I feel like I could make a
What kind of tattoo would Amber get? I cannot imagine her with any tattoos, honestly.
whole ass video about this. I do not believe in health at every size, but don't get it twisted. I believe in beauty at every size. I believe that every single person, no matter what size you are, big or small, you can be beautiful. But I do not believe that every size is healthy. Okay, you guys, so I actually saw a lot of questions and there was so many I wanted to answer, but I don't want this to be too long. So I'm excited for the next Let's Talk next week. But the last question is, why won't you change your intro/outro? It's because I love it. I love it so much. Like Trying Again, that song just like resonates with me because I feel like I'm constantly just trying. Every single day I wake up and I try again, and that goes for every aspect of my life, honestly. All right, you guys, I'm
Gonna say it again, like saying all this now just to turn around and date a feeder. Like, what is that? What are you trying to do there? Anyway, this one was a lot. There was some good questions in here. It's gonna be a lot of editing though, I can tell. So, thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I will see you tomorrow.